In the name of Allah, the All-Beneficent, the All-Merciful. Tasin. These are the signs of the manifest book. We relate to you truly some of the account of Moses and Pharaoh for a people who have faith. Indeed, Pharaoh domineered in the land, reducing its people into factions, abasing one group of them, slaughtering their sons and sparing their women. Indeed, he was one of the agents of corruption. And we desired to show favor to those who were abased in the land, and to make them imams, and to make them the heirs, and to establish them in the land, and to show Pharaoh and Haman and their hosts from them that of which they were apprehensive. We revealed to Moses' mother, saying, Nurse him. Then when you fear for him, cast him into the river, and do not fear or grieve, for we will restore him to you, and make him one of the apostles. Then Pharaoh's kinsmen picked him up, that he might be to them an enemy and the cause of grief. Indeed, Pharaoh and Haman and their hosts were iniquitous. Pharaoh's wife said to Pharaoh, This infant will be a source of comfort to me and to you. Do not kill him. Maybe he will benefit us, or we will adopt him as a son. And they were not aware. The heart of Moses' mother became desolate, and indeed she was about to divulge it, had we not fortified her heart, so that she might have faith in Allah's promise. She said to his sister, Follow him. So she watched him from a distance while they were not aware. We had forbidden him to be suckled by any nurse since before. So she said, Shall I show you a household that will take care of him for you and will be his well-wishers? Thus we restored him to his mother, so that she might be comforted and not grieve, and that she might know that Allah's promise is true, but most of them do not know. When he came of age and became fully matured, we gave him judgment and knowledge, and thus do we reward the virtuous. One day he entered the city at a time when its people dwelt in distraction. He found there 2 men fighting, this one from among his followers, and that one from his enemies. The one who was from his followers sought his help against him who was from his enemies. So Moses hit him with his fist, whereupon he expired. He said, This is of Satan's doing. Indeed, he is an enemy manifestly misguiding. He said, My Lord, I have wronged myself. Forgive me. So he forgave him. Indeed, he is the all-forgiving, the all-merciful. He said, My Lord, as you have blessed me, I will never be a supporter of the guilty. He rose at dawn in the city, fearful and vigilant, when behold, the one who had sought his help the day before shouted for his help once again. Moses said to him, You are indeed manifestly perverse. But when he wanted to strike him who was an enemy of both of them, he said, Moses, do you want to kill me, just like the one you killed yesterday? You just want to be a tyrant in the land, and you do not desire to be of those who bring about reform. And there came a man from the city outskirts hurrying. He said, Moses, the elite are indeed conspiring to kill you, so leave. I am indeed your well-wisher. So he left the city fearful and vigilant. He said, My Lord, deliver me from the wrongdoing lot. And when he turned his face toward Midian, he said, Maybe my Lord will show me the right way. When he arrived at the well of Midian, he found there a throng of people watering their flocks, and he found besides them 2 women holding back their flock. He said, What is your business? They said, We do not water our flock until the shepherds have driven out their flocks, and our father is an aged man. So he watered their flock for them. Then he withdrew toward the shade and said, My Lord, I am indeed in need of any good you may send down to me. Then one of the 2 women approached him, walking bashfully. She said, Indeed, my father invites you to pay you the wages for watering our flock for us. So when he came to him and recounted the story to him, he said, Do not be afraid. You have been delivered from the wrongdoing lot. One of the 2 women said, Father, hire him. Indeed, the best you can hire is a powerful and trustworthy man. He said, Indeed, I desire to marry you to one of these 2 daughters of mine, on condition that you hire yourself to me for 8 years, and if you complete 10, that will be up to you, and I do not want to be hard on you. God willing, you will find me to be one of the righteous. He said, This will be by consent between you and me. Whichever of the 2 terms I complete, there shall be no reprisal against me, and Allah is witness over what we say." So when Moses completed the term and set out with his family, he descried a fire on the side of the mountain. He said to his family, "Wait, indeed I descry a fire. Maybe I will bring you some news from it, or a brand of fire, so that you may warm yourselves." When he approached it, he was called from the right bank of the valley, at the blessed spot from the tree, "Moses, indeed I am Allah, the Lord of all the worlds. And row down your staff." And when he saw it wriggling as if it were a snake, he turned his back to flee without looking back. "Moses, come forward, and do not be afraid. Indeed, you are safe. Insert your hand into your bosom. It will emerge white without any fault, and keep your arms drawn in awe to your sides. These shall be 2 proofs from your Lord to Pharaoh and his elite. They are indeed a transgressing lot." He said, "My Lord, indeed I have killed one of their men, so I fear they will kill me. Aaron, my brother, he is more eloquent than me in speech, so send him with me as a helper to confirm me, for I fear that they will impugn me." He said, "We will strengthen your arm by means of your brother, and invest both of you with such authority that they will not touch you. With the help of our signs, you two, and those who follow the 2 of you, shall be the victors." When Moses brought them our manifest signs, they said, "This is nothing but concocted magic. We never heard of such a thing among our forefathers." Moses said, "My Lord knows best who brings guidance from him, and in whose favor the outcome of that abode will be. The wrongdoers will not be felicitous." Pharaoh said, "O members of the elite, I do not know of any god that you may have other than me. Haman, light for me a fire over clay, and build me a tower so that I may take a look at Moses' God, and indeed I consider him to be a liar." He and his hosts acted arrogantly in the land unduly, and thought they would not be brought back to us. So we seized him and his hosts, and threw them into the sea. So observe how was the fate of the wrongdoers. We made them leaders to invite to the fire, and on the day of resurrection they will not receive any help. We made a curse pursue them in this world, and on the day of resurrection they will be among the disfigured. Certainly we gave Moses the book after we had destroyed the former generations, as a set of eye-openers for mankind, and as guidance and mercy, so that they may take admonition. You were not on the western side when we revealed the commandments to Moses, nor were you among the witnesses. But we brought forth other generations, and time took its toll on them, and you did not dwell among the people of Midian, reciting to them our signs, but it is we who are the senders of the apostles. And you were not on the side of the mount when we called out to Moses, but we have sent you as a mercy from your Lord, that you may warn a people to whom there did not come any warner before you, so that they may take admonition. And lest, should an affliction visit them, because of what their hands have sent ahead, they should say, Our Lord, why did you not send us an apostle, so that we might have followed your signs, and been among the faithful? But when there came to them the truth from us, they said, Why has he not been given the like of what Moses was given? Did they not disbelieve what Moses was given before, and said, 2 magicians abetting each other, and said, Indeed we disbelieve both of them? Say, then bring some book from Allah better in guidance than the 2, so that I may follow it, should you be truthful. Then if they do not respond to your summons, know that they only follow their desires, and who is more